Recently, many global banks significantly raised their price target for Robinhood and Coinbase, despite concerns about weak earnings. The reason is that these companies may have found a new growth engine, prediction market. So what do I think about Coinbase and Robinhood entering this space? I think this is a very big and powerful market. When we talk about prediction market, we have to understand one thing. Almost everything is about prediction. In simple terms, a prediction market turns an event into a product. You're basically trading on an event that has a probability before the result is known. Because of that, almost any event can become a tradable product. If prediction markets continue to develop, many people believe they could become a massive market that can absorb a huge amount of money from the broader financial system. That is why institutions that understand the meaning of this market and they are moving quickly. And right now, the fastest growing and most well-known prediction market platform is probably Polymarket. Polymarket started more like an outside alternative platform, but now this kind of service is moving closer to the US mainstream market. This is a very radical and innovative development. I think this is a major event. Of course, this will take time. But if you think about it, even the stock market is based on prediction. Investors are always predict future stock prices, future earnings, future interest rates, and future economic conditions. That is why prediction markets are becoming such an important topic. In financial markets, we usually trade stocks and bonds as the main asset. Hedge fund managers will rebalance their portfolios depending on whether interest rates rise or fall. They adjust their exposure based on their expectations about future events. But prediction markets allow people to trade the event itself before it happens. For example, before Apple reports earnings, investors usually expect the stock to go up if earnings are strong and go down if earnings are weak. In a prediction market, people could directly trade whether Apple's earnings will beat expectations or miss expectations before the announcement. So in a way, the stock market itself already has some similarity with prediction markets. Right now, there is a platform called Kalshi beside Polymarket. Kalshi is one of the major prediction market exchanges. Since Kalshi turns event into tradable product, these products can be viewed as a type of derivative. Because of that, Kalshi had a legal fight with the CFTC. But the new CFTC chairman, Michael Saylor, has interpreted prediction markets as an innovative risk management tool. Because of this, the conflict seems to be moving toward a more constructive direction. In other words, prediction markets are starting to become institutionalized. In my view, this is a very important change. It creates the possibility that US prediction market could grow rapidly in short period of time. And let's think about what is happening right now. The US is trying to become the crypto capital of the world. At the same time, the US is trying to grow the stablecoin market aggressively. The message is almost like everyone in the world can participate in our market. If the US grows prediction markets and allow people from other countries to access these markets using stablecoins, that could be a massive change. Right now, US has a trade deficit, economic challenges, and a lot of that. But through this system, it almost feels like the US is saying to the rest of the world, you made money by trading with us, now bring the money back and trade inside our market. That is why I think this is a really big shift. And in my opinion, the US is moving toward a very smart strategy that could help deal with its economic challenges. This is where laws like the Genius Act and the Clarity Act become important. Now, Robinhood and Coinbase are also saying they want to integrate prediction markets in their platform. So what happens next? I think this market could start moving into the regulated financial system as early as next year. Right now, prediction markets are still mostly used by the regular retail users for fun. But if the rules become clear and then the market becomes properly regulated, institutions will be able to enter. That means hedge fund, asset managers, trading firms, and other financial institutions could eventually participate. This would become another major front line for the expansion of the crypto market. Recently, there has also been discussed about including prediction market in the Clarity Act to speed up the process. If lawmakers try to create a completely separate law for prediction markets, it would take a long time. But if they include it in a larger crypto market structure bill, the process could move much faster. This could significantly speed up the institutionalization and legitimization of the market. Institutions have internal compliance teams. They are very conservative. They need to know clearly whether something is legally allowed or not. They cannot invest in markets or products that may create legal problems. But if prediction markets receive clear legal approval, institutions can enter more comfortably. Now think about this. Why is the US trying to institutionalize prediction markets so quickly? In my view, this is all about expanding the front line of the crypto market. Then why does the US need to move fast on crypto? Because of competition with China. The US need to grow stablecoin market quickly and use it to maintain dollar dominance. Why? Because the petrodollar system is being weakened. Of course, this is just my personal view, but I believe these issues are connected. This is why I have recently been making more videos about prediction market and crypto. I will also make a separate video soon explaining the Clarity Act in a simple way. If people around the world start participating in prediction markets, Robinhood and Coinbase could become much bigger than just trading apps. They could eventually become as important as Visa or MasterCard in the digital financial world. I'm very curious to see how this changes our lives. The speed of information will become much faster. AI may also develop even faster because prediction markets can create real-time data about what people believe will happen. Of course, there will also be risks. Insider trading, market manipulation, and new types of financial crime could become serious problems. Thank you for watching my video today. If you found this video was interesting, please hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you soon.